Hello and welcome to Fossil Ridge High School. This is a presentation for current 8th graders to register for their 9th grade classes for the 2010-2011 school year at Fossil Ridge High School. My name is Nick Peterson. I'm one of the freshman counselors working with students with last names beginning with A through L.
And my name is Rachel Eaton, and I'm the other freshman counselor. I work with all 9th graders with last names M through Z. This presentation should help you learn about how to register for classes, how to find answers to the questions that you will have with registration, and inform you of upcoming dates and events.
Okay, one of the first things that you're going to need to get familiar with to register for your classes is called the Curriculum Guide. And basically, it's just a book that's organized by subject area with an index in the back of all the classes that we offer at Fossil Ridge. Page 2 provides the high school graduation requirements. We're going to go into some more detail for you.
Okay, so starting with the class of 2015 and beyond, those students will have new graduation requirements from Poudre School District. And so this chart is to help outline what those requirements are, and it also outlines what college admission requirements are. So we're going to start by looking at each category together. You can see in the left-hand column, that is the title of the graduation requirements. And then the second column indicates the number of high school credits that you'll need to get a diploma. The third column is the college admissions recommendations. And then the fourth column is when students typically take those credits. So for language arts, a student needs 40 credits or 4 years of language arts coursework. That is the same as college admissions requirements, so a student will take a class each year. With math, the new high school requirement is 30 credits or 3 years, which is 1 year shorter than the college requirements. Colleges prefer students stay in math until they graduate. For science, it's 3 years. For social studies, those will be laid out each year. At Fossil, students will be required to take a social studies course, but the district total requirement is 25 credits. For world language, the district requirement is still 10 credits. And for college admissions, students need to get to the second or the third level. Wellness, which includes health and PE, is 15 credits. Fine and applied arts is 10 credits. Humanities is 5 credits. Financial literacy is 5 credits. And for both of those categories, humanities and financial literacy, this will be something students will not be taking their 9th grade year. Economics, 5 credits. Again, not a 9th grade class. And then each year, students will end up taking elective credit, and they will need 65 total.
So getting further into the curriculum guide, you're going to have course descriptions and just little blurbs on each course. This is designed to help you figure out what you want to take and to give you information. So here's an example here of 9th grade English. Let me talk you through it. At the top of this example, you'll see the course number and the title. Next is the credits. 10 credits means it's a year-long class. If you see a 5-credit class, that means it's a semester long, so you could have it in either the fall semester or in the spring semester. Next, under that are prerequisites. That means that you need to have completed coursework before getting into the class that you're reading about. So you can only register or be placed in this class if you have completed the class that's listed in prerequisites. Then is graduation requirements. Again, Mrs. Eaton went over those with you on page 2. Green indicates the new graduation requirements. Black indicates the old requirements. You will be looking at green requirements. Some courses require an audition or instructor approval. See the example of concert band here. The requirements are noted under prerequisites or in bold at the end of the course description. To get an instructor's approval, just email that teacher to set up an audition or to get the application for the course. Some applications are on the FRHS registration website, so be sure to check that. You will not be enrolled into one of these courses until your counselor receives the approval from the instructor. Okay, more in the curriculum guide. So page 42 has those college requirements in the left-hand column. It's a good place to check for how much foreign language you should take, but again, we did go over that. Pages 43 and 44 has a student life as well as sports index. And then the back contains an overall index of classes. So if you have a particular class in mind, and you're not sure where to find it, the index is a good place to look.
Okay, the registration card. We're going to go over this in detail for ninth graders. So if you have your curriculum guide handy, it should be located on the back page of your guide. We always tell students that the most important part is for them to immediately write their name and ID number on it. This is the card that students will turn back into Fossil Ridge counselors that will actually register them for their coursework. The only classes available to freshmen are listed on the card. Many times students will find a course in the guide that they would like to take, and their first question is, why isn't it on the card? That typically means it's not offered to freshmen. On the card, we will try to indicate instructor approval or audition with an asterisk. Every freshman needs to register for 80 credits. What this means is that they will have 8 courses each semester in addition to their advisory class. So some courses are worth 5 credits, like Mr. Peterson said, that's a semester. Some courses are worth 10, and that's a year. Credits are indicated on the card and also in the description guide. So again, 80 credits equals 8 classes each semester or a full schedule. Every period of your day will have a class, and then you will also have a lunch period.
Some of the classes that you're going to be taking are required courses. That's column 1, the left-hand side of your card. So you can see here that we have the English, Math, Science, Social Studies, and then the World Language, PE, and Visual Art options underneath those. So it'll say options because you have the option between 2 different levels. For instance, you have World History or Pre-AP World History. So be sure to read the course descriptions on those. So by choosing at least one item from each category in column 1, you will already have 60 of your 80 credits chosen. You may choose more than one course from the Science, PE, and Visual Arts options in this column.
Beyond the required courses, students will be choosing elective courses. These are mainly in the second column of the registration card, and students will choose up to 20 elective courses. If a student chose an additional art or PE or science in the first column, then they will be choosing less than 20 credits in the second column.
Okay, we also have alternates. Make sure to write these in. These are extremely important. And alternates mainly just apply for your elective courses. For example, if you choose Intro to Business, Interior Design, and Creative Writing, your alternate choices could be Foods for a Healthy Lifestyle, Intro to Acting, and Drawing. The reason for this is because we cannot 100% guarantee placement in these elective courses, just depending on different scheduling variables. We really accommodate most of our students and are able to make it happen, but alternates are there just in case. So what do you do if you're not sure what to take? The first thing that you should do is go back to the curriculum guide and read the description of the class that you have a question about. Talk to your parent or a current teacher about the class. You can also visit our website, find more information about that department, or you could contact myself or Mrs. Eaton via email or telephone. Our contact info is in the curriculum guide and also on the Fossil website.
Science. Students have questions about science quite often, and the question usually centers around excelling in science. So if you're a student who's very strong and you would like to excel, the only way to do that is to take a biology class, either the regular or the pre-AP, and an Earth System science course during your freshman year. We have a Clean Energy Academy starting at Fossil Ridge with your freshman class. This is an exciting new opportunity, so please consider signing up to be in the Clean Energy Academy. You can find more information out with the pamphlets that we'll provide at the middle schools or on our website. Math is another subject area that students typically have questions about. Your math teacher at your middle school needs to sign your registration card next to the appropriate math class for your freshman year. we will honor your math teacher's recommendation. Once that has been done, if you earn a D or an F this semester in math, you will not be promoted on to the next level. We will automatically fix this for you. PE. 15 credits of wellness are required. 5 of those will be health, and you can take health during your 10th grade year or later. It's not open to freshmen. Many students have questions about PE waivers. Once you attend Fossil, you can see your counselor to ask about a PE waiver. At Fossil, freshmen take at least 5 credits of PE, regardless of PE waiver status or sports, so please sign up for one PE course.
All right, the curriculum guide also has some additional information. We've touched on this a couple of times, but once again, the college requirements. Page 42 does a good job of highlighting typical college admission guidelines. Most four-year universities, again, require that you successfully complete 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies, and up to the second or third level of a foreign language. We have a really neat thing at Fossil Ridge called advisory, too. This is something that all students at our school take. You're going to earn 1 credit per semester in advisory, and this class meets once a week for the entire year. Advisory classes remain together and with the same teacher for all 4 years you're here. Some advisory activities include study skills training, building organizational skills, resume writing, job shadows, community service, guest speakers, school assemblies, college applications, career searches, and a lot more. You're automatically registered for advisory, so you don't have to worry about it. It's not part of your 80 credits that you need to register for, so you can just do your math and worry about adding up to 80 credits. So these choices are very important, and they're going to determine your entire 9th grade year. Once you have turned in your card, you will not be able to make changes to your selections until August when you check in.
Beyond registering for classes, what else is there to be involved in at Fossil? We really encourage all of our students to check out page 44 of your curriculum guide and see if there are any clubs or athletics that you might be involved in or that you might be interested in getting involved in. We would love it if every student at Fossil was involved in something outside of class.
All right, so once again, you will get your class schedule in August when you attend orientation, and that's also the opportunity that you might be able to add or drop certain courses. Make sure you choose classes you want. Once you turn in your card, your course selection is final. We will return to pick up your registration card and answer any last-minute questions. In fact, you'll get about a one-on-one appointment with a counselor for just a couple of minutes to review your selections, so that's a good time to ask some questions. Please make sure your registration card is complete and that your chosen courses add up to 80 credits.
Registration dates and timeline. These are the dates that we will be returning to each middle school to collect your registration materials, mainly your card that you filled out and the packet that has your basic information. If you have questions in between and you'd like to meet with a counselor face-to-face, February 15th is a middle school visit event here at Fossil Ridge at 6 p.m. Parents and students are welcome to attend and ask counselors questions directly. Then, on February 18th, we will come back to Kennard and Weber, February 26th to Bolts, February 23rd to Lincoln and St. Joe's, February 24th, Blevins, Preston, Wellington, and finally February 25th, we will go back to CLP and Lesher. Thank you for your attention, and please contact us if you have any questions.